Brought to you by Xander Insurance. Compare rates from top term life insurance companies in seconds at Xander.com.
So I want to know I'm not nuts.
You called the wrong two guys for that one.
My husband
Go for it.
I think, one of the biggest gaslighters I know. And so, there was a few years ago, I was started questioning because he came up, our 20th anniversary was 3 years ago. And he had withdrawn. We have a joint checking, and then my checking. So we see both. So we see what's going in and out and whatever. Anyway, and so in the joint checking, most of the money that we get collectively goes in there. And I started thinking, it doesn't grow. Like it stayed at $28,000, $29,000, $30,000 consistently. And I'm like, okay. So then on our anniversary 3 years ago, he pulled $4,000. And I said, hey, what'd you do? And he's like, oh, I knew you'd notice that. Oh, we have an anniversary coming up. So our anniversary gets here, and he has a key with a boat float and brings me to the pier and says, here, honey, I bought you a boat for our anniversary. And I'm like, oh, wow. So
I assume this is a bass boat.
It's a 28-foot cabin cruiser at the harbor in a slip.
Are you a boating gal?
Well, he manages a marine store, and he's been involved with boats his whole life.
That's not what I asked. Are you a boating person? Or is this like me buying my wife a new deer rifle for her?
Here and there. We go kayaking and whatever, and it's like, gosh, it always would be nice. I've always said it'd be nice to have like a putz around boat.
So you got a $4,000 down payment, a big bunch of payments on a 28-foot cruiser. What's the story?
Now,
how can we help you?
Cash stashed. I found out that he had hidden $15,000 hidden money, because I thought, where did this money come from? And I started going through the closet thinking, I'm going to find it. He's got money hidden in here somewhere. And I found $15,000 a year later.
In cash?
He used $15,000 in cash. So he's been hiding and being deceitful with cash.
Why?
And I don't know.
I confronted
him. I confronted him finally, and I said, what the heck's going on? So he said, I thought I was doing something good. I put money away. And I'm like, but
in
you
the
need
closet?
to hide it. In the closet, in a pouch that was very well hidden, but I found it. And
okay, but the big issue here is you don't believe his answer.
I only recommend term life insurance because it's simple, affordable coverage. And you should get it only from Xander Insurance because they work for you, not the insurance companies. Xander compares all the top term plans to save you money so you don't get ripped off with insurance that they market like a so-called investment. Term from Xander is the only life insurance I would get from my family. It's all I've ever bought and all I've ever recommended. Go to Xander.com or call 800-356-4282.
The big issue here is you don't believe his answer.
No, I don't believe his answer. And when you start popping up with big ticket items and go, look, honey, I got this for you. And there's alcohol involved too. There's alcohol abuse. So,
So let me say it like this. When I am an anxious guy, and over the course of my marriage, when like a major world event is happening, I have told my wife I would feel comfortable if we had some cash at the house.
Right.
And she rolls her eyes and says, okay. And we agree on a number, and I go get some cash because I'm dramatic. Okay. But the key there is I told her. I didn't hide it.
You told her. Thank you.
And so why is he deceitful with you? What's the problem? Why is he doing that?
I have no idea.
You do.
You do. You do. You have some idea.
Well, he has told me in the past that you like to spend money, and I'm like, I help my daughter or I help my mom and dad. I don't go buy. I am not a clothes and boutique and purse and
but do you talk to him about those purchases? Or are you both doing the same thing behind closed doors?
Yeah. No, not behind closed doors.
Okay.
I'll come up with whatever, and it's like, yeah, I got this. And he's like, great, honey.
Okay.
Or whatever, and that's fine. Or my dad broke his back. I'm going to send them a mattress so that it's good for his back because they can't afford $2,000 for a Tempur-Pedic, whatever. And he's like, go ahead and do that.
Okay.
And whatnot. So there's justification
so
that I can do this, but I tell you what I'm doing, and you're not being honest and truthful. If you're hiding liquor and you're hiding money, I don't believe you at all.
Yes, you're right to do that.
Thank you.
But if you, I guess the challenge for you I would have is if you go to him and say, my dad broke his back, so I'm going to do this with our money, instead of saying, I would love to honor my old man. You get what I'm saying? But other than that,
yes.
I don't know. Dave, what do you think? I mean, yeah, if he's stealing thousands of dollars and hiding them, the bigger deal is you don't trust him. If my wife found $15,000 in cash, she would have questions, obviously, but her first default setting wouldn't be, you're preparing to run away or you have a problem with addiction. She would think, hey, you need to go see a counselor because you're spinning out on me again. But it would not, but your default is to, I don't trust this guy and he's doing something nefarious, which like me and Dave both said, other things are going on, right?
Right.
Then what makes you not trust yourself? Do you not want to deal with what you know to be true?
No, it's we have a tumultuous relationship anyway.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
I'm so shocked.
Is he planning an exit strategy here?
But the thing that really bothers me is that $65,000 of that is for caretaking for my son that has Down syndrome. And when I met my husband, my son was 15.
$65,000 of what?
My son's.
No, I mean, wait a minute. I had $15,000 in the closet and I had a cabin cruiser. Now I'm at $65,000. What happened? I just got lost.
Yeah, where's that money?
$65,000 a year goes into our account. So on a monthly basis, divide that up, but it's $65,000 total a year that goes into our joint checking that he keeps pulling money out of and
hiding. You don't need $65,000 to care for a Down syndrome child.
No, we don't.
Okay.
No,
so
we don't.
You're being melodramatic. You brought the kid in as a flag wave here. All you've got is a husband. You and him are not in agreement on where the freaking money's going. He feels nagged about the alcohol. He feels nagged about, and he thinks you spend too much, and so he squirreled money away. So you guys need to sit down with a good marriage counselor and decide if you're going to go forward. If you're going to go forward, and I think you should, then what you're going to do is you're going to quit all these side deals, both of you.
Right.
You're going to have one freaking account, and both of you are going to do one budget, and you're both going to be in agreement on everything that goes out of this house. And there's there's no coming out of the closet with $15,000 in your hand, and there's no buying boats. Surprise, honey, look what I bought that I wanted and called it your anniversary gift.
It's a bold move, man.
And there's no, I have to protect everything from you because you're deceitful. You guys got to get on a basis of trust here, and the trust is going to come from transparency and working together, and both of you have a vote. And that's going to come in a marriage counselor's office. If you don't do that, you're probably divorced within a year.
Amen.
If anyone depends on your income, you need affordable term life. Never cash value insurance. Visit Xander.com today for quotes.